Can you hear me now? Can you hear it out? I think they can now. One, two. Just tell me when you can hear me. All right. So, knowing the difference between your needs and your wants, differentiating between essential expenses and discretionary spending to create a sustainable budget. Yes, they can hear. They can hear. Good, good, good. Sorry about that, everybody. All right. How do we determine what is a need and what's a want? We determine what a need is because we need to eat, right? But what do we need to eat? How much should we be spending on what we eat? Eat within your budget. Don't eat up your budget. That makes sense? That means that some cooking videos might be a good investment of time. It might be a good investment of time. Can y'all hit that share button again now that you can hear? Taking cooking lessons on YouTube might be a good investment of time. Like learning new recipes and how to cook on a budget is super important. How to make sure that you're not wasting food. Cooking proper portions, not just for your budget, but for your body. There's no need for you to eat 5 eggs in one sitting. There's just no reason. There's no reason for you to eat a half a dozen of eggs by yourself. You know your high blood pressure ain't right, so stop going. You know, at Popeyes, I want to show you this. At Popeyes Fried Chicken, they were mandated by the government to put a warning. It's a caution sign, a triangle with an exclamation point in the middle of it, next to any menu item that is dangerous for your health because of the salt content. Next time you go to Popeyes, make note that ain't but 2 items on the whole doggone menu that's safe for you to eat once a day. There's 2 items on the entire menu that don't have the triangle and the exclamation point. Water. There's no. It's like I think they got a unbreaded chicken. Yeah, grilled chicken. And like something else. But my point is that where we're spending our money, many times we're not aware of where it's going. We don't even know if we're doing ourselves harm by the way we're eating and by the way we're spending where we're spending our money. How much should you be spending a day? Now this is personal, and I'm really serious about helping you. But if there's no intention to change, you probably should take your bag and just go home. Because this is going to frustrate you. Everything I'm going to say to you is going to frustrate you if you have set in your mind that I am unchangeable, I am immutable. The only creature that I know of personally that is unchangeable is the devil himself. God is not a creature. He is immutable. But of his creatures, the devil's not going to change. But you should be transformed by the renewing of your mind, especially with regard to your finances. Somebody say, I'm going to do better. So in budgeting, understanding the difference between needs and wants. How am I doing with differentiating between my needs and my wants? When an ad comes across me, am I immediately saying, I need that? You know, you don't need another of something you already have. You want it because it's a different color. I'm trying to help somebody get delivered right now. I don't need the iPhone 16. I don't need it. I don't need it. There's nothing that they could tell me because I still got the 14 and the 15. And the phones, if they weren't different colors, I wouldn't know the difference between them. We have been hoodwinked, run amok, led astray. We've been bamboozled to think that just a small deviation causes a lesser value to something we have that's been functioning. How am I doing so far? You don't need another one. My wife and I, we've been purging because we've had stuff in storage for 2 years, and then had, since it was in storage, you forgot you had it, and or you didn't feel like going back to the storage to get it out, so you got something to replace it. And then when we moved into the house, now we got 2 of everything. Well, not everything, but 2 of a lot of things. And we had to decide, well, what am I going to do? Am I going to hold on to this so that I'm not shamefully, dealing with having to give this stuff away? No, get rid of it. Some of us, our houses are a mess, and we don't even know what we got. I look online. They're going, you right, Bishop, you right. Huh? My house ain't a mess either. It was when we moved in. Getting our arms around that thing, I had to make my mind up. Be like, this is going. This is leaving. I don't care where it goes. It's got to go. I got 2 or 3 more things that I look at every day. I'm plotting. How can I get rid of this? It's easy. You want it? I'll give it to you. I'll bring it to you. Put it in my truck. I promise you. It'll be at your house in the morning. Before you even wake up, say less. I promise you. You want it too? Who's on Zoom saying they want it? You don't even know what it is. I want to know what it is for it in my house. Just because it came from the bishop's house don't mean you need it. Anyhow, determining and understanding the difference between needs and wants is number 1. Are you all right? Number 2, tracking your expenses is the key to effective budgeting. What's an expense? My lights, Con Edison, right? What's an expense? Cable or your mortgage is an expense. Your rent is an expense. Car insurance is an expense. Life insurance is an expense. So I say life insurance is an expense. I pay my life insurance before I pay my light bill. Put it on automatic. Listen, an expense. Groceries is an expense. Your water bill. Expense if you have one. Medical insurance is an expense. Dental insurance is an expense. FICA is an expense. It's a tax. But you got to pay it. Just because they take it don't mean it's not an expense. Because you could tell your employer, no dependents. Or I got 30. I got 30. Yeah, that's all the way. Go. I got 13 kids. You could. It's not lying. What you're saying to them is, I want you to withhold taxes for me at this rate. I'll pay it at the end. Y'all don't have that kind of discipline, neither do I. So these are expenses. You must track them. How am I doing with all my subscriptions? How am I doing with all my subscriptions? Everybody say stop. Stop. You need to go and write down every subscription you have coming out of your account. There's an app that'll help you do it, and we'll get to that one. But you need to know.
15 minutes. I'm out here checking on the rice.
All right, check on the rice, okay?
Come on to work.
You can use them. That'll really help. Track your expenses. You got how many Netflix accounts? How many Hulu accounts? How many music subscriptions that you're paying for? how many apps you have signed up for that forgot? I'm talking about every January you sign up for another weight loss app. You signed up for a budgeting app on this one. You signed up for an art app over here and one for your business. You got all kind of subscriptions leaving your bank account on a regular basis. Do you know what they are? Maybe this is for the people online. For the app, for somebody help me find the app that just Google it for me. I don't remember the name. That's what I said. I get it. Huh? No, it's track your subscriptions. Many of your banks may do it for you as well. Experian will track it. So Experian is a great app to help you get your arms around your financial picture because they're trying to help you raise your credit score. I saw an article, interview today. A man was talking about if you live in a neighborhood where the credit score is less than the average credit score is less than 550, you statistically live 20 years less than the person who lives in a neighborhood with 770 or 750 credit score. This is statistically. That your credit score is an indication of your physical health and your environmental health. You can shake it all you want. It's a real statistic. Your credit score has an effect on your physical health, or your physical health is affected in a deep way by the people you live around who do not value their own financial well-being. Finances and problems with your finances will shorten your lifespan. Somebody say amen, whether you agree or not. Amen. Yes, ma'am. So when your credit score drops, sometimes you have to pay to advance your credit by losing credit points. There are times when you're applying for credit that it's going to affect your credit score. It affects your credit score because when you are borrowing, you are higher risk. What I was sharing with my brother a few weeks ago was that, and Brother Ron Williams told me this one. He's a millionaire again before I was again, if you know what I mean. He said to me, he said, "Absolutely, Bishop, what you gotta do is look at your credit cards and make sure you keep your usage under 30%. And the way you do that and make it even further from it is you apply for more credit lines once you get increases of your credit line, so that the distance between what you might owe and what you have available is greater." I'm explaining right now because she's going to ask another question, but let me show you what I mean. If I got a $10,000 credit line, what they're saying is never go above $3,000 or $3,000 on that credit line. But even if I'm at $3,000, once a year, I'm going to call that company and say, "I'm a good customer. I want you to raise my credit limit." And they'll say, "Okay, I'll take it to $12,000. Now I'm not at 30%, I'm at 25%, and I didn't pay any more money." You follow what I'm saying? So when they raise your limit, though, sometimes it may affect it slightly. When you buy a car, you need a car. So your credit rating is affected because you bought a car, but not permanently. You just make your payments on time, and the credit score will correct itself. And yeah, go ahead.
Okay, because now I'm not paying for doing a car payment, but I have a credit card payment. So now that I dropped the car payment, now the credit card payment.
So the credit card payment should never be spoken in the same breath as a car payment. You should never owe a credit card company anything near what you would owe an auto loan company. Your credit cards are not designed for you to carry balances for long periods of time, because the compound interest on it puts you in a position that if you don't pay more than the minimum payment, your they call it your amortization, like on your mortgage, or the length of time it takes you to pay is 30 years. That's a mortgage. There's no way someone's going to send me and I hope y'all hear me online, that there's no way they're going to send me a credit card statement and I pay the minimum payment. That's not happening. At least double. And I like, if I made a large purchase, because I run businesses, because I really personally, on my personal credit cards, I only have balance on one of them. Only one. All of my credit is for my businesses, and they're business cards. They're my LLCs and S corps, and we're going to talk about that at the end of this. But my personal credit cards, I like seeing that if it's a 4-figure balance, and say I bought a vacation or appliances for the house, I want that thing to go down at least by 25% every time I make a payment. I get rid of that, because that high interest rate, and it's compound. That means that the interest is added to the balance, and then you pay the minimum payment, and then the interest is added to the balance, and the interest is charged to the balance that has interest that was added to it. The devil is a liar. You're not gonna make me pay interest on interest. I borrowed, $4,000. Why am I paying back 26? Somebody say the devil is a liar. No, I need you to say this every time you open your bill. You're not getting me with this. I'm going to find money somehow. I'm going to sell macrame or something. I'm going to get rid of this stuff. Yes, ma'am. Tell us what you did. You seized this thing.
I Old Navy. I had Old Navy card, and every time I go in there, buy, and I paid it off. So now what I do is pay Capital One what I paid on Navy, pay an extra. It might not have been the big amount, but $30 is added on to my Capital One payment. So where I might have been paying $90, I'm 120.
So that's called the snowball effect. So if I got multiple cards, I pay off one, and then the payments for that one, I now add that to the next card. And now I've got both of those payments going to pay off this card. And then when that one is done, then I take those 2 payments and add them to the third card. And so it's called, I'm saying, for some you only got 2. But I promise you, there's somebody listening to me that has that one. No, I'm going to show you, because I bought this for y'all to see. Those are all my credit cards. You say, wow. Well, how do you manage that? I don't put balances on them. I was so happy. I got a Apple, the Apple card. Like, I got an Apple card. It's beautiful. It is a high credit line. And I saw them goggles, them AR goggles. Oh, y'all gonna learn me in a minute. I saw those AR goggles where you can sit in the office, sit right in your office, in your room, and put those on, and all the computers is here, and I can still see the room, and I can do this with my hands and type. $3,500. I need those. Oh, so I'm making a point here. I need those, and I got an $8,500 credit line. Now, I got that card in December or November. I still don't have those goggles. Why don't I have them? Because I don't need them. I want them. Is anything wrong with wanting them? No. Well, when I got the money to buy it, or a 0 interest rate thing where I can pay over time and not pay no interest, and these OPM. Y'all know what OPM? Other people's money? OPM with no interest, that's a win-win. Y'all hearing me? All right, so I don't have the glasses yet, but anybody who feels like blessing me with some of those goggles is fine. So effective budgeting is implement a system to monitor and categorize all income and expenses for better control. You got child support, you got SSI, you got SNAP, you got Social Security, you got those chickens and sugar stuff, and the marijuana plants you've been hustling. It's pretty legal around here. I'm just saying, what people do, they got their hustles. You're making cakes, you're doing this, but you don't know how much you spent on supplies. You don't know what you spent on plates and stuff like that. And you don't even know if you made a profit. You just sweated and worked hard, and you got no way of knowing how well you did. You worked all week long. And you get your check, it goes into the account, and your account was in the negative. Oh, I'm not telling your business, I'm telling mine. I mean, I was like, take me off of direct deposit because I need a minute to fix my bank account. And then you stay in the negative too long until you're in the check system. Hassle. They still have that, right? Okay, I just want to make sure because people don't write checks anymore. But you can't use a bank because of how you were trying to manage your finances improperly, and now you're going and have to pay 1.5% every week just to cash your check. And if the church asks for 1.5%, you have a fit with the check cash in place, and the pawn shop, and the renter center, and the high interest loans that you have to take, the loan shark down in Slowbound, building 7, the susos at work that didn't work, the Cash App scam, all of it is taking your money. The Cash App scam? It is so bad with Cash App right now that Cash App actually has a commercial that says if it sounds too good to be true, it's probably not true. Someone says, hey, I want to bless you. If you don't know them, they said, I just want to bless you. Give me your Cash App. The devil is a liar. I don't even know how you can get to it. I ain't worried about it. I'm just not answering. Now, I put my Cash App on the screen, those who want to give to it. And so I've never been hacked or anything like that. And I'm not knocking on wood. The Lord has protected me. But what I am saying is this, is that people will steal your money rather than work for their own. And the scams that are going on, they're calling you on your phones. And you're giving information in hope of some deliverance from the publisher's house. Hi, how are you, Kimberly? God bless you. There's your blessing. In Jesus' name. Can y'all stretch your hands to Kimberly? She's been a little unsettled the last couple of days. I watched you for about 20 minutes today. I walking up and down the street, in the middle of the street. I was worried about you. Jesus is keeping you, but I want you to keep yourself. Father, give us strength in her will and change the direction of her fortune in Jesus' name. Amen. I love you. Okay, all right. I teach the rest of the people now. Amen. That's how she was walking on the yellow line today. She was like, I watched you from the pizza shop. All right. All right, so track your expenses and do effective budgeting. Know your expenditures and know what you're earning. You can't tithe without knowing what you earned. The fruit of your increase. How do you know that you've increased? If you never look at what you earned. I give God thanks every week for the things that God has poured into my life. And I count it. I want to say right now, thank you to everyone who blessed me for my anniversary. I know how much you gave me. And I am grateful. I'm grateful. And you didn't have to be that kind. You didn't. And from my businesses, from my schools, all the things that I'm doing, I work hard every day and I take my portion. And my portion, I know what it is. And I know what part is not mine because I have expenses. What are your expenses? When do you pay them? One of the things we did at the church was put all of our bills on a chart in the back and when it's due. And then when we're going to pay it. And when it cleared. It's all right there. So we know every month that we didn't forget anything. This is how your credit gets messed up because you don't write down who you owe. And when it's due. You don't know. You wait until they call you to pay. And if they don't call you, you ain't paying. Well, it slipped my mind. No, the devil's a liar. I put it on my calendar. It's due this day. Or put it on auto pay. Then auto pay means you have to pay even more attention to make sure there's enough money. So record your income and expenses on a weekly basis, monthly basis, on a quarterly basis to ensure and know what your balances are on your credit accounts. I am so excited. I am in the home stretch on a gift I bought myself before COVID. And so we're probably 5 years or 4 years into it. I bought that Denali truck and man, I love that truck. It sat in my driveway for 2 years during COVID. It just sat in the driveway. Where I'm going. But you know what? Because it sat and I wasn't driving it, now that it's older, I got less miles on it than they expected. Now people call me every day. You selling that truck? No, I ain't selling my truck. It's great shape. But I'm almost done paying for it. I bought my Cooper from a friend, $6,000. Everybody think I paid a whole bunch of money for it. I gave him $6,000 for it and drove it from Maryland through a cicada storm. You know the cicadas, whatever, cicada, whatever it was. Them things was they were in my engine, they was in my car. When I got up here, I opened the door and like 50 of them just fell out on the street. I'm exaggerating, but it was a bunch of them. My point is it's my car. I paid cash for it. My car, I got an offer for $10,000 for that car, and I've had it for 3 years. It's the ones that make all that noise, they real scary, but they don't bite or anything. They just loud, like the devil. All right, saving strategies. Build an emergency fund, and we talked about this to achieve your financial goals. Can you lift your hands right now and just begin to pray? No, I'm serious. I want you to pray to God that he give you breakthrough in this area, in your thinking. Say, Lord, help me to set financial goals. Come on, Lord. I know you can do it. I don't care how long I've been doing this wrong, Lord. Help me to set financial goals. And I bless you for a mindset of abundance. And I thank you, oh God, for the favor of abundant resources coming to me that I may meet my financial goals. In Jesus' name, amen. Come on, if you believe that God's going to help you, come on. Come on, online. So here it is. Developing a savings plan to have financial cushion and work toward long-term objectives. Financial cushion and long-term objectives. What do I mean by this? Is that some of the debt and stress you have is because you don't have financial cushions. And every time you have excess, if you have access or excess, what happens is that you think you have reached your surplus and now you start spending more and splurging instead of reaching towards your financial goals. We're receiving the offering now, so if you'd like to, you can do it via Cash App or here and there, but we're receiving the offering. You can do that at $ James Hassel and sow the seed there if you'd like. They're passing the basket here, so I'm just telling you online, or you can hit the star button on Facebook and just give that way. Amen. So you get a few. Yes, ma'am. I'm going a little deeper into the outline there. So I'm still on budgeting and couponing, and I'll send you the presentation. It's in the leadership chat right now. All right. Yeah. So I'm literally just digging a little deeper, and it's on the screen right in front of you up there. All right. If that's too close, you can look at this one over here. All right. So financial goals begin with a financial cushion. You cannot be saving to buy a house if you don't have a certain nest egg of expenses saved up. 6 months, 12 months is what's recommended. 6 to 12 months of whatever your monthly bills are. Why is this important? Because jobs change. Your health changes.
Taxes change.
Taxes change. You have an accident. It was an accident. And you use all of your days off. This is why you should even bank some days off. Because you're the master at it. My wife has 37,000 days off this bank. She could just call in for the rest of her career and then retire when she's 30 days. But you should budget for bad things happening, unexpected things. Somebody say, loose my mind, Lord. How can I do this? It starts with starting. $5 a week. It's better than no dollars a week. Put it in a savings account that you don't touch. And I don't care which kid saw it, what uncle heard you got in that egg, what cousin. No. You're not going to put me in a position where I don't have enough for me. Say this, no.
No.
You're not going to put me in a position where I don't have enough for me. God has given me stewardship over myself. How can I say I'm taking care of everybody else and not me? Just trying to feel like a hero? One more time, the devil's a liar. I am not your financial hero. I don't care how blessed I get. I'm serious. Because you'll be a rich auntie and broke at the same time. And when they get all they can out of you, then it's your fault that you didn't manage your life.
We can also take advantage of savings through our jobs.
Yes, and that's even better way because you can't get to it. Take advantage of how you save through your job, your 401k. And if they're matching your funds
Before taxes.
before taxes, that's fine. Even if it's $5, that's 10. Right, Christmas clubs? I don't even mind a susu. As long as you're in there without a smoke. I hate to be in a susu with the cousins like, I'll have it. But they wanted to get paid first.
First number.
Right.
See, that's why you need the auntie. You need the auntie with the beard. She the one that's a police officer for the susu. She gonna get that money. She be waiting at the mailbox.
How do you like deal with family that make you feel like you're obligated to do them?
No.
Okay, so here it is. How do you deal with family that make you feel obligated to give them your money? Here's the operative word.
No.
My money?
Yours.
Did I obligate you to get up every morning and get on the bus to go to work? No? Then how am I obligated to give you mine? I don't owe you nothing. Your lack of, I saw this sign at the DMV. And you know, the DMV is the most cold-hearted, I don't care place on the whole planet. Am I telling the truth? It's just they're not moved by your whining. And the woman had a sign behind her desk that says, "Your lack of planning does not constitute an emergency on my part." Or lack of planning on your part doesn't constitute an emergency on my part. Just because you didn't plan doesn't mean I'm obligated to rescue you from your emergency. My family knows. My family knows this. I love you, and I'm generous. I will give when the Lord puts it in my heart to give. But you are not going to come to me with a parade of emergencies where now my account becomes your overflow.
But you got it.
I got it. Well, how do you know what I got? No. This is why I'm stuck in my position right now, because I keep giving my excess instead of investing it, instead of me putting it aside so I can withstand emergencies. Okay, I'm gonna give you from the Bible. Y'all all right? Am I still on it? All right. We got so many watching, but when Pharaoh had the dream about the five skinny kind and the 5 fat ones, and he couldn't understand it, and Joseph interpreted it. Joseph says, "Look, you're going to have 5 years of plenty, 7 years of plenty, and 7 years of famine. So save up in the years of excess, so when the years of famine come, you will be a resource." But if my family and friends are constantly saying, "Hey, you got those 7 fat calves or fat cows right now, give me some now." No. Because prophetically, and even without my prophetic gift, I know there are cycles of life that come every 7 years, and I need to be prepared for it. You can act like it doesn't happen and just believe it's coincidence that there was 2008, 2015, 2022. These recessions happen every 7 years. You want to act like it didn't, but I saw it. I felt it as a pastor. So save up for the lean years. Somebody say that.
Save up for the lean years.
Am I doing all right? And not only save up for lean years, but save up for your goals. I want a new car. I want a house. I want a vacation. I want to see the world. I'm like, literally, what are your financial goals? What am I trying to have one day? I'm going to put my nickels and quarters together until I'm empowered to do this. And when I do it from discipline, how much sweeter is that accomplishment? Is everybody hearing me?
Yes.
Set goals. And here's it. I want to be able to do this in 8 years or 7 years. I want to buy a house. That seems like a long time, but how many know 7 years passes faster than it used to? I want to be out of debt. What a great goal. We have these things hanging on the wall for years, and I don't know who took it down, but it's got to go back up. 100% homeowners, 100% debt-free, 100% tithers, 100% mature. It was over there. I think they painted the wall again.
Yeah.
Well, no, they didn't paint over it, but they took it down to paint the wall. Yeah. So these goals are important, and it means that I can watch this, say, "Pastor, where do I put this money?" "Bishop, where do I put it?" Say it. Where do I put this money? You put it in a high interest rate account. That means you can't touch it, but it grows faster. It's called a high yield. What is it? Some of them are IRAs. Your bank's get those at 5%. High is relative. Yes, ma'am.
You're saying that you can put money
In the bank, you go to the bank
and then you won't touch it.
and you say, "This is a savings account that I won't touch for 5 years." and they give you a higher interest rate for it. Because they use that money to loan to other people, but when it matures, you have more money than you put in there. So even my aunties and them, you know, and the older mothers at the church when Kyra was born, they didn't buy us you know, Dickies and Pampers. They bought savings bonds. Saving money for your goal, for college, for your job. That's a goal. Are y'all hearing what I'm trying to suggest? Lord, change our minds. Come on, Lord, change our minds. I'm saying these prayers in the middle because I sense the warfare that the enemy's trying to tell you you can't do it. I don't make enough to do it. You do, you do, you do. I see what you do when you get a breath. I'm telling the truth. Soon as you got just a little bit more than you need, what is, yeah, it's like, all right, it turned out, make it rain. Because sometimes the pressure of your needs cancels the pleasure of your wants. And so when I get my needs met just a little while, I need to give myself a reward. Can I tell you something? There's nothing wrong with rewarding yourself while you're doing the right thing. Reward yourself at plateaus, at certain levels of performance. Give yourself a break, but don't break your discipline. Make your reward a part of your discipline, and make sure that the reward doesn't ruin all your hard work.
Even getting, and you can buy, you don't have to buy a full share of the stock. Buying some shares, I know when our children were younger, they had stock in Nickelodeon, McDonald's, the things that they consumed. So, you know, I have some in Apple, I have some in Moderna, I have, you know, things that just kind of make money on the side. You don't have to buy a full share, but just investing your money is good.
It's super important to have good advice on it and stick with it for a long-term plan. I want to retire. How many want to retire one day? How many know it costs money to live retired? So what level you want to live in that retired life? You got to plan for it. Mastering the art of couponing. We're going to talk about this. Identifying reliable sources for coupons, organizing these coupons, and maximizing savings. This could be a place where your savings comes from. Watch this. Take note of what you saved by couponing, and then put that money you saved in your savings. The work you're going to put into what I'm about to show you, how about use the fruit of that labor to do something you couldn't do before, which was save and plan? How about you take the savings to get you out of debt? Coupon to get out of debt. Now, when I go to ShopRite or to CVS and they give me that long receipt, well, what did I save? Then use that number because I did it on purpose, and then take that money and transfer it to your savings account. Somebody look at me like I'm crazy right now. $46. Just transfer it there. I say $46 at Sam's Club. Instead of me cashing out and buying a TV I don't need. Instead of wasting the money on something I want, I put it aside for something I'm dreaming for. Are y'all still cool with me, or I done made you mad? All right, here it is. All right, budgeting app. So let's look at this real quick. Setting realistic financial goals. Establish specific, measurable, and attainable financial goals. SMART. Everybody say SMART goals. All right. They should be specific. They should be measurable and attainable. Somebody say attainable. Don't say I want to save $1 million in 8 years. $1 million is 1,000 thousands. You do that from over 40 years. 8, you might get to 100,000 unless you really ball. Hit the lotto. How much do you budget for lotto tickets? Talk to me. I ain't judging. I'm saying, what's your budget for?
$1 and 50 cents. I'll straight 50 cents.
My wife and I, we go on vacation
I don't
to
know.
Atlantic City or Vegas. We go see the shows.
$20.
We do all of that. But
That's
we
it.
go into the casino, we just look at the machine. We don't know nothing about the machine. We sit at the first one by the door. That's how you know you don't play. We sit at the first one by the door. We just be like, okay, all right. And they looking at me, I'm looking at it, and it's like, well, how did you get it? I had $20 because that's what we said before we went in. I had $20 and ain't nowhere to put the $20 in the machine. You actually have to go over there and put the $20 in that machine, and then bring the voucher over here and put that in there. So now it doesn't feel like money no more. It felt like it was money over there, but now it's just paper. That's some psychology right there. Well, my budget, even for fun, I need to know going in how much I'm going to spend. Because it's real money.
It's real money.
Look at somebody say it's real money. I want to win, but I don't want to lose. And so, that's it. And then that thing rang off, and I won $8.17.
You want $8?
$8.
Oh, God. I know I wanted like 37 cents.
She won 37 cents. Between both of us, we won $8.47.
I can't breathe.
So we took our little piece of paper, $31.30 short. But here's my point. Have a budget.
Oh, God.
Have a budget before you go in. What am I going to spend in this store? Y'all not, okay. All right, set them. They got to be measurable. They got to be attainable. All right. Track your income and expenses. I keep saying this. And how the R is realistic. The T is time sensitive. It's, yeah. No, I'm just smart. I said SMART goals. So SMART is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time sensitive. What are your goals? When do you want to pay them by? I want to get married before I die.
Hallelujah.
Or when are you going to die? I don't know. All right. Here's some tips for sticking to your budget. Implement strategies such as automating your savings, avoiding impulse purchases. Ooh, Jesus. Automated savings. What does that mean? Every payday, some amount goes to your savings. I don't care what that amount is, and it should go automatically without you paying. And that account is not yours. That account, the savings account, belongs to your goals. Did you hear what I just said? Your savings account doesn't belong to you. It belongs to your goals. You have to ask your goals, can I have this money? Because the goals be like, well, if you take that money, we through. Me and you are done. Pack your stuff and leave. because your goals has had their heart broken. Yes, ma'am. Oh, no? Did y'all hear what I just said was so powerful? Don't touch the money, it belongs to your goals. All right, what time is it? 'Cause I keep you. Mastering couponing. Finding and organizing coupons. Do they still print them and mail them to your house? Does the paper guy drive past in the morning and throw them on your porch? They do that on my block. I live on the street I live on. Yes, ma'am.
The 401K and the annuity.
401K and annuity.
Which one is the better one?
Which one is the better one? Well, it depends. Because the annuity, it does grow and at a certain interest rate and so on and so forth. But the 401K could be better depending on what you're trying to do. Because 401K, sometimes they match your funds. Do you understand the power of match funds? It means if I say in 2024, I'm gonna put aside $10,000 for my 401K, my employer says I match up to a certain amount. That's real money. Like that is a no-brainer for me. The annuity is not always like that.
So, question. You no longer work in your time, and you have an annuity, can you close that out?
Now you went into an area that if I gave you that advice and it went wrong, I'm responsible. So you need to talk to your accountant about that. And we have some accountants that could be your accountant that you can trust. I'll give you their names. All right, so I'll give it to you now. Pastor Long Francis is an account, all right? So let them help you out. And we got a church accountant. Yes, ma'am.
So with my newest job,
Mm-hmm.
that with our 401K, they start us off with an amount that coincides with our age. So they set our retirement goals for us. So they put this amount in for us.
I'm gonna go work with Robin. I'm applying tomorrow. Everything I'm playing, I'm gonna find a way to work for your company. Hey, I'll work like a slave for that. Listen, you take advantage of what your job is giving to you. Ask questions. You know, you got those coworkers that know to the dime what they get, and you're like, oh, that is money, you know, they think about things you should think about. Don't be mad at Karen. I'm serious. Learn some things, all right? So funding and organizing coupons is what we're talking about. There are digital and paper ones. Like I said, they throw at my on the porch, they throw those coupons from ShopRite and from Stop and Shop and, you know, those places and Price Chopper, you know, wherever you live in, those kind of coupons. Those are printed ones. You get printed ones at CVS, you get printed ones at Walgreens, you get printed coupons from many different places that you look, from Starbucks, all of them, they're trying to get you, they incentivize you, save money, and those things that you buy consistently, you need to be looking for coupons for. The things, listen, Bella eats a bag of carrots a week. That she's got a bag a week habit. When we take her for a walk, she comes back in, she walks right to the refrigerator and will not rest until she gets carrots. And so if we're buying these carrots every week, how about we find a way to save money on them? We buy oat milk. There's like things that we're constantly refreshing in our house. Make a list of those things. If they're non-perishable that you can stock up on and get at a cheaper price, do that instead of going to the big bodega for them all the time. How many of you are going to pay 40% more at the bodega for olive oil to bring to the church to get blessed? So, find digital coupons. So I want to give this to you before we go tonight. And plan meals. But before I get those coupons, the digital ones, number 3 is plan meals around sales and seasonality. And I'm not talking about Lori season and garlic sauce. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about cooked stuff that is in season because it's cheaper. What sense does it make looking for fruit salad in December? You're not gonna find any good watermelon or pineapple or melon in December. So how about you go and buy tangerines and apples? You know, what foods are cheaper in the summer than they are in the winter? The fall, there's certain things that are in season. Learn to cook that, because it's in season, it's cheaper. Food pantry, or when the meats are reduced. Right, they can't sell it, but you can eat it, you can freeze it.
Well, the can say.
The can come on, that right there, they should just put budget. Your mama said, like, you should be programmed to know that the can sale is not just them kicking and dancing. This is an opportunity for you to shop wisely. Nothing wrong with canned food. Oh my God! Eat the instead of the Fruit Loops, eat the apples. Apple apples. Some of y'all know. Like, what's the brand name got to do? How does it taste?
Like, I have Tito the Tiger.
Tito, Uncle the.
Instead of Tony.
Instead of Tony, she got Tito the Tiger. That's bueno. Listen, even with your clothing, how much does the brand matter?
S&A.
Mm.
And I was just looking.
Mm.
Men's shorts, the jeans,
Mm.
I was like, nothing wrong with it. $1.99. I was like, how many people would keep on walking past them?
Mm-hmm. Mother Carter used to say, "Yeah, I'm going to Saks." She called it Saks. Saks Palisade Avenue, I think is what she called it. It was Salvation Army clothing. So Saks. That's what she called it. But she would find like the dopest stuff and going, what do they call it? Vintage shopping is a thing. And if you're patient and got good taste, you're not getting robbed. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Right, they said there's no cans anymore. They about to raise the return thing on the cans. And so there's 10 cents on a regular bottle. All right, so these are ways to do it, all right? Let's talk about this real quick. Hands-on budgeting. Determine your grocery budget. Determine your grocery budget. I know this is not easy. I know you'd rather just go and walk up and down the 13 aisles. Go from fruit to milk. Yes, ma'am.
Also, when you're looking at the aisles.
Now this is the grocery executive. So she's giving us some secrets, right?
Always look for like the green tag that says final cost. If you look at the barcode on the tag and it matches the back of the product, you can get it for that price. So and more than likely they're not gonna carry it anymore.
Yeah. Listen, there's tricks to this. Can I tell you? Listen to what we're telling you right now. This is so important. All right, let me see. Determine your grocery budget. Each participant will draft a weekly grocery budget of $100.
Not in mine.
No, this is an exercise. This is an exercise.
That's a dinner.
What can $100 buy you?
Now, what store you want to go? See a lot of stuff. Pasta. You go to schools.
Everybody lift your hand and say, Lord, break this off my mind. It's an exercise to help you to to do something you probably haven't been doing. Try it. I'm not saying I'm not saying you're gonna get $100, you're gonna get what you need out of $100, but what you are gonna do is learn what things cost. Lift your hands again, lift your hands again, lift your hands again. This $100 budget. I'm just saying, because if we don't become transformed in it, we're stuck. And so what I'm asking you is to search for wisdom by doing these budgets. I'm not asking you to believe that you can get any, you can get what you need out of $100. I think we all know better than that. But what I'm saying is that have you ever tried to budget with $100? What would you do different if you only had 100? And this is a week. This is $100 a week. So $100 a week for groceries. How much is a gallon of milk? Whole milk. Whole milk and gasoline are always the same price. Y'all gonna catch what I just said? Whole milk and gasoline are always the same price. I'm gonna say it my third time. Whole milk and a gallon of gasoline. A gallon of milk and a gallon of gasoline are always the same price.
I never even noticed that.
So you can just go to the gas station right there. How much is a gallon of milk? Just look on pump 2. How much is a loaf of bread? $3.69. $3.69. When I go to another country, the way I gauge their currency with ours is I ask how much a loaf of bread is and a gallon of milk. Now, the loaf of milk is easier because they don't use gallons, they usually use liters and stuff, so all the conversion gets me confused. But if I ask how much a dozen of eggs is, how much is a dozen of eggs? Same as bread? So it's $4. So watch what I'm saying. So your budget, and for those who are watching online and those on Zoom, your budget has to include the things that you consume on a regular basis. $100, can it get what you consume every week? But I just finished arguing with y'all for like 20 minutes about groceries. What the extra stuff is the chips and the cookies and all of the prepared juices and stuff, because we too bougie to drink Kool-Aid anymore. Anyhow, I like Kool-Aid. So identify coupon opportunities. Let's go to these real quick. Apply coupon savings, and then we talked about some other things. Let's look at a couple of these websites. Man, there's so much we have to cover. There's an app called Mint, M-I-N-T. Mint. Mint.com is the website, official website for Mint budgeting, providing comprehensive money management tools and insights. Somebody say Mint.com. Then there is Acorns.com. This is a savings app, a website for the Acorns micro investing app enables users to automatically invest spare change from everyday purchases. So instead of getting, you pay for something and the bill is $20.49. The 51 cents goes to your Acorn account. Or you can have it round up to the nearest 5 or the nearest 10, depending on how you round it up, and that money is on the side. And then after all your spending, you look, first of all, your bank account is super clean because everything is an even number for those who balance your checkbooks. And the rest of the money is going into your savings with Acorn. It's an app, acorn.com, ACORN.com. All right? Yes.
What was the details of Mint.com?
So mint.com is actually a budgeting app. And so it has much more, but that's an anchor tool for you who's trying to get their arms around their finances. You just answer questions and it becomes more meaningful. The more information you give it, the more it's going to help you. And so you keep it updated. Mint.com. Mint is like where they hold gold. Yeah, all right.
So you have to, for the acorn.com, you have to have a separate,
They'll set it up for you. They can't set it up. And, it's sort of like cash out. It's a digital bank for your savings. All right. Retailmenot.com. Retailmenot.com. Official website for the Retail Me Not coupon app, featuring a vast database of online and in-store coupons and discounts. Retail Me Not. And I feel like I'm giving commercials for it. But this is a storage of coupons. Couponcabin.com. Again, more coupons. Somebody say coupons are good. Coupons or coupons? How do you say it? Coupons or coupons? Man, let me see. Oh, here's a great one. YNAB.com. YNAB.com. You need a budget. YNAB.com.
Is that on this one?
Uh-huh. No, I'm going through my other notes here. Just Pocket Guard. Let me see if I can get these websites here. Yeah, pocketguard.com.
Are there ratings on these different,
Yeah, these are the highest rated that I'm giving you.
I just sent you a, article on, WhatsApp of the best high yield, savings accounts.
Okay, good. I'm gonna share that with everyone else. I appreciate that. All right. Pocket Guard. Goodbudget.com. Just because some of them will be more comfortable for you than others, and so just kind of go fiddle with them and figure out which ones work best for you. Everydollar.com. These are all budgeting apps that I just gave you the first 5. All right. The coupon apps. Oh, this was joinhoney.com. Joinhoney.com. This is a coupon app. And this one's the easiest to remember of the coupon apps. Coupons.com. Yeah.
And also some of the products that you buy, like you buy,
All right. Let me see another one here. Ibotta.com.
what's that?
Ibotta. Let's look at it. I'll click it right now. Let me see.
Yeah.
IBOTTA.com. Let me see if it opened. Ibotta.com. I'm about to go home. That's what I'm about to do. Cash back every time. With Ibotta, it's easy to earn cash back whether you're at the grocery store or shopping online. There's a scan for this. It's got a 4.8 rating out of 1.8 million ratings. I'm saying you could, when you go to the site on your computer, you can scan it on for your phone. All right. How it works like this. With Ibotta, you can get cash back every time you shop. On the app or in the store, we make it easy and fast. That's basically it. When you're shopping on your phone, you basically add offers to your list and then go shopping for groceries. submit a receipt, and link your account. It's gonna take a little extra work when you get home. All right? And when you're shopping on your computer, it's a little different. And they got browser extensions and all of that so that it'll follow you on Amazon and all those others when you're shopping. And you get the coupons that are attached, and you submit your receipts and you get your money back. Mm-hmm. And most of our credit cards, if you look, those cashback offers, read into them. You'll see, hey, if you shop at this one, you buy food from this one, you get cash back. Use the card and then pay it with your cash. Is everybody still with me? These are practical. You'll get all of these in your packet. Let me see. Rakuten. What's that? Rakuten. Rakuten. All right. Rakuten.com. Flip.com. Flip.com. FLIPP.com. Look it up. Take a look at it. All right. So these are some apps you can use to give you a head start, a jump, on coupon. RAKUTEN.com. All right. I think that's enough for tonight. I skipped about 8 pages, but we've done it. We're gonna keep digging. Look at somebody say, I'm gonna be free. These things may seem like small steps, but every journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. I will take the small steps to reach my goals in life. I will not quit in the middle of my journey. I will not be distracted by my old habits. Absolutely, and I will not let my old habits come back. Listen, I've been broke before. I don't have to repeat that class. I've been fighting over money, arguing with people. I don't do that again. I've been hanging up on creditors, parking my car with locked. I've had breakdowns in my life that I couldn't answer with money that I had prepared. No more. My car break, I take it in. I got insurance. And I got money for the deductible. If it's something that ain't insured, I got money to pay for it. Or I got a credit card that I can put it on that doesn't kill me. I'm prepared. How did I get there? With the principles I'm telling you. My family had to fight down the day, especially when we started the church. I started working, hey, life is different, everybody. Come on in, let's eat this macaroni. Sometimes you gotta tighten the belt. Then there comes times when you reach your goals and you don't feel guilty. I don't feel guilty enjoying the life that God has given me after I've walked in discipline. They're like, oh, he is not. No, I drive on the street with the hood down, the roof down on the car. I stop and beat that all the brothers stand on the gate, and I'm not being paid. I'm not. I'm like, your brother, that's nice. So I only pay $6 for it, kid. Don't get it twisted. It's nice, though, ain't it? You want to drive it? Here's the keys. Oh, I don't drive a stick. I know. Now, if somebody say, I do drive a stick, I'll be like, well, let me see. Let's go down to the parking lot. Let me test it out. Me and Will down there, he's driving my kids. So, certificates of deposits, again, these are long-term savings, or these are not as liquid. So liquid means I can get my money quick. When I put something in the CD, it's my money but there's a time limit on when I can get to it. Or I forfeit some of the balance. I mean, I can get to it, but I may lose some of my balance. It's put there, that limit is put there to dissuade you from taking your money so that your bank can now invest that and you get 30 or 29% interest on a credit card using your money. So, I mean, it works that way. So it's definitely a safe investment, or because it is still assured. So it's not like giving your money to a stock exchange or something like that. You're getting a little higher interest rate than regular bank accounts, but there's no but. You get a higher interest rate for your money there. All right? Groovy. Cool. Any other questions? Because it's hot in here. Somebody turn the heat on. I got my sweatsuit. Y'all like your sweatsuit? This is Candido. This is his brand.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, 6'2". It's so. Let me get yours. I did the advertising. Let me go over here so he knows. All right, listen, shameful plug, shameless. All right, good. Stand with me. We thank everybody who joined us on Zoom and online. And again, we put the links on the broadcast from tonight so that if you go back and watch it on Facebook, on any of our pages, you'll be able to click those links as well and go and fiddle with them. You also, the actual presentation from tonight is also in the comments as well. All right, Father, thank you tonight for your people, for the principles of financial freedom that you shared with us. Oh God, we trust you, Lord, in your promises, Lord, but we give you the offering of our discipline as a seed to open our harvest, oh God. We love you and we praise you for safety as we go from this place, but never from your presence. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Love you guys online. Bless you. Richetta says, can you print this out for you? We'll send you the PDF and you can look at it on your phone, or you can come to church and get it. He was here Sunday. Just ask for it. We'll have it. All right. Bye-bye.